Most parents are aware of dangerous toys, but things are about to change with the Office of Fair Trading cracking down on suppliers. And as Rob Hazel reports, if toys don't measure up to the new guidelines, heavy penalties will be enforced.
When it comes to kids and their safety, parents find protective instincts they never knew they had. And in terms of providing entertainment like buying toys, some can never be too careful.
I analyse everything and I double check as much as I can, and then upon purchase I bring it home and actually test it out myself before I give it to her.
For mum Angie Cashmore, her daughter Jazz's well-being is paramount. A similar story for Kelly Nicholson with her two kids. She's particularly fussy when it comes to toys.
Unfortunately, sometimes people give my kids toys, so I can't be as stringent as I would normally, but I do certainly check out the toys very thoroughly that I buy.
And up until last week, there were more toys on the shelves with the potential to cause harm.
We weren't comfortable with the previous standards, and we really felt that they needed to be beefed up.
Dave Strachan from Fair Trading says that was especially the case when it came to toughening up the tests for toys with small parts and the potential for choking, as well as projectile toys.
This item would probably fail the force test for the projectile, as well as those darts are just so small that they are a serious choking hazard. So it's these items that we're really trying to get rid of.
Dave says a similar toy was responsible for the recent death of a small child.
I don't use the term killer toy very often, but I would suggest that there are a few killer toys on this table.
We see a wide range of toy-related injuries through the emergency department. Probably 2/3 of them are kids under the age of 5.
Dr Michael Anscombe from the Mater Hospital says all too often the injuries from these toys can have far more reaching consequences than just the initial trauma.
And it's not just the impact on the children, of course, you know, the suffering and the separation from parents and being admitted to hospital and having operations, but the guilt that the parents often feel, perhaps feeling they were somehow responsible for this happening.
Tragically, toys bought with the intention of bringing joy bring far more than anyone bargained for. Even in a controlled situation where these toys were set up with the kids for our purposes, it's clear just how attractive they can be. Unfortunately, along with the fun comes the potential for harm.
The projectile injuries to the eyes obviously have risk for long-term visual impairment and even blindness, so that they're obviously major issues or major concerns for us as well.
And it's because of the potential for those injuries the Office of Fair Trading isn't playing around with these kind of toys. Hefty penalties are in place, and with fines of $40,500 for individual suppliers and more than $200,000 for corporations, they're going in with all guns blazing.
There's no more slaps on the wrist, no more warnings. We will go straight down the enforcement track with unsafe toys.
And from parents, the new crackdown has been given the thumbs up.
I think that's fantastic. It should have been done a long time ago.
You have to be overzealous, you have to be so careful, and that will just reduce our worry, and I just think it's long overdue.
Dave says they're not looking to kill anyone's fun, they just want to minimise the risks so that fun won't turn into tragedy.
And we haven't actually outlawed all projectile toys, you understand, but they will be a lot safer in the future, let me tell you.
And Dave reckons good riddance to the ones they've targeted.